here's another trip setting off on. I'm going to Salt Lake City. I set off this morning, about to set off, and dispatch rang me up and they said, don't bother setting off, Billy's going to load your trailer for you. So I was already in the middle of our little village, so I turned around and went home. I just got my trailer, so I dropped it off again. Went home for another few hours. Billy rang me up from the coal store, which is about 20 minutes drive from our house, and I shot up there, swapped trailers with him. Now I'm in the local garage, just at the end of our town, right next to the freeway, and fueled up. Waited for the wife has just come out and brought me my power cable, because I left a power cable at home, and bought me another meal out, another meatloaf and that she'd forgotten that was at the back of the fridge. And happy days. I'm just going to make myself a sandwich and I'll have the meatloaf tonight for tea. So this run, you know, he gave me it and I thought, oh God, he told me yesterday, oh, do you want the Salt Lake City, blah blah blah, and they said, oh yeah, and then it's going over to Kentucky after that, which it isn't brilliant, to be fair, because it's I'm unloading tomorrow at 3:30 over in Salt Lake City, north of Salt Lake City, by the salt flats there, which, you know, I will try tomorrow to go, on Saturday rather, to go to the salt flats, because I haven't done that yet, because I'm going to be stuck there all bloody weekend. My next load out isn't until Monday morning. So, and that's 100 miles south of Salt Lake City. Well, one's at the top of Salt Lake City, one's at the bottom of Salt Lake City, so it's about 100 mile different. Yes, I am going to have a crisp sandwich. Never tried crisp sandwiches? Crisp sandwiches are brilliant. Amazing things. So, that's the plan. I'll be weekending in Salt Lake, so I'm only going to get 850 off this, and then there all weekend. He said, I get standing money. So I get day rate. Not as much as I'll be getting if I was driving, obviously, but it's still better than nothing. And he'll pay for the hotels as well. They do, so that's something. You know, I would have preferred to have a bit more time at home, but I need to get on because I'm having a week off at the end of this month. Then I'll make it up, because my next load is like 1,700 miles. And I'll load that Monday, and that's for Thursday. So it swings and roundabouts, so I'll get a bit back on that. I'm still getting 2,600 in the week, which is I need to make the job worth doing, you know what I mean? So that's the that is the plan at the moment. To get over there, tip that, have the weekend, kick back, and then go like hell on Friday when I get the next load on. And that'll take me right over cross country over to Kentucky. And then from Kentucky, I don't know where I'm going. So we'll have to work out and see what comes about. Hopefully it might be down to Florida and then straight back, and that'll give me cracking miles. Catch you all later. Morning of the big oversize, or wide loads, whatever you want to call it. Called oversize in America, they don't do wide loads. It says wide load on the other side of the sign, but there's a push puller. That must be a heavy beastie. Gold wing. Okay. I'm here unloaded in Salt Lake City. He's gonna. He must be close to that. Salt Lake City, and I've got my green light. Walmart, which was pretty quick actually, but it doesn't mean anything. Green light in Walmart. Oh, not until I've got my paperwork in my hand. You know, shouting and screaming, saying, "Oh, this is great, this is great." Which I aren't too bothered, because my next this is Salt Lake. It's surrounded by a load of mountains that comes down you see the mountains at the top there. It comes all the width of the Salt Lake as you go down the way, which is really pretty. It's got a pretty outlook on it, but it's very flat down the bottom here. And then you go straight through Salt Lake. There's a lovely Peterbilt. I was just thinking what the colour is, the brown there. That would not suit my truck, but it looks absolutely great on a classic. Like the greens and stuff like that do. Wouldn't suit mine, like British Racing Green. I never think look good on a modern truck, but on a Peterbilt it'll look cracking. Anyway, going back to what's happened. The wife has booked me in a hotel for tomorrow night, which was, like I said, this was only a short trip, 900 miles. And then I've got 2 days off until my next load. So I won't go to a hotel tonight, because I always feel robbed if I get into a hotel late. I'll just have one for tomorrow night. No point in doing one Sunday night either, because I've got a 5:30 load. That means I'd have to be up at 4 o'clock or something silly like that. So I'll check in the hotel early tomorrow, get the most out of it, check out on Sunday late afternoon, and then park outside the place. But first I've got to go down to my pickup point, which is 111 miles away from here. 110, 111 miles, which is south of Salt Lake City, all the salt flats. I wanted to go to Bonneville Salt Flats, but it's like 100 and something mile away. It's a bit too far to be running and stuff like that. Anyway, so what she's got planned, she found me there's some hot springs near the hotel she's booked me, which is 20 mile away from where I'm picking up. So I'll go to my pickup point, drop the trailer somewhere near there if I can't drop it in there. Then I'm on personal conveyance, you see. Why I do this is because then it's personal use. That means when I don't have to start my e-log then until Monday morning, until I've got loaded. Otherwise, it means I'd have to start my e-log like at 4:30 or something like that, get to the place, and it'd be the clock started ticking too soon, because I don't know, it's Nestle, so 9 times out of 10 when I've loaded there before, they've been pretty good, but you just don't know. I don't want that clock starting, because I need a full fresh 70 hours to get me. It's like 1,800 mile to Kentucky where I'm going. I want a nice clean sheet on that, because I don't want to have another night, another 34 on the way back. If I do it across there nice and steady, I ain't burning my hours out, but keeping it like 500, 550 a day, I won't use all my time. Then coming home, I should be able to do it on recap without burning all my hours up, my 70 before the 7th day. It's, you know, you've got to work it out, and then you can keep moving. I get home quicker and everybody's happy. I haven't got a return load out of Kentucky yet, so that's to find out later on. Obviously on the way across, I'll be looking for the best load, obviously, and price and stuff like that. So it won't be down to Florida. I very much doubt it'll be down to Florida. I don't want to go to Florida, because our loads coming out of Florida come out on, what day? They always load on a Wednesday, Thursday. That means I'd be down. I unload Thursday, so I'll be down there like Friday, Saturday. I can't sit that long. That's just silliness. Even though I like Florida, it's too long. So that's my plan over there. Mosey on down. I'll fuel up first. I always like to get fueled up when I'm before I start my 34, and then I can fuel up when I'm on running down the way. It's not using any time on my fresh time. Fuel up the reefer, fuel up the fridge, fuel up the truck, everything like that, and then I aren't stopping. Because even those little bits, you know, it all adds up. It's an extra fuel stop, that's an extra hour and stuff like that. It may not sound a lot, but they all add up. It's coming off the freeway, shit like that, when I can just keep it going and get it home and stuff. It is toasty down here. It's still very hot, which is good. And the swimming pools are open, and the hot springs are good and open. So everybody's happy. We'll catch you all later. Wash your bloody hands. Have a good weekend. Bye bye. So here I am. I'm just fueling up, as you can see. I dropped the trailer round at Nestle because I don't want the trailer with me. It's the hotel's about 10 miles away. They said I can fit in with the trailer, but to be fair, I didn't want to chance it anyway. I need the truck to get down to the springs anyway, so I may as well, you know, it's safe enough over there, so I'm going to leave it over there.
And this was the morning view. Check that out. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Like I said before, Salt Lake City has this huge mountain range that runs all the way down the side of it. It goes on for ages to Salt Lake City. It goes on for about 100 miles, not just the city. The city's quite small, but with it all built up and things like that, that's noisy. People think they don't like to turn the engine off, even when fueling up. So, it's all built up, a lot of industrial, a lot of housing, everything basically down there, down the straight for about 100 miles. Once you get out there, you're back into the desert. Desert everywhere, as you can see. So, like I said before, I like to get the fuel in now, then I don't have to stop on Monday morning. I'm all fueled up, I'm all ready. I've given it a quick wash off, best I can, that hand wash stuff. Rain-X shit comes up a little bit. It wasn't too bad, to be fair. The only problem is, when you use that on the polished alloys, it tends to dull them off a bit. So, but better than nothing, I suppose. Anyway, so there's the update. Next we'll be in the hotel. Swimming pool time. It's 28 degrees already at 12 o'clock. So nice and hot, just right. I booked into the hotel. The wife booked me into a Best Western. I like Best Westerns. They're usually pretty convenient and close to amenities and certain things like that to get something to eat late on a night. That's what I want, and she knows what I want, so she finds the Best Westerns for me. They always have a hot tub. Well, 9 times out of 10 they have a hot tub, and they usually have places to park the truck as well, which is all good. So this one ain't huge. There's the parking. I wouldn't have got my trailer in. I'd have had to leave it out on the road, which I don't like leaving the truck out on the road. I like to have the truck in the car park. It's just around the other side though. Usual thing, hotels, you've seen them all. They're nothing fancy or anything like that, but always nice and clean. Like I say, Best Westerns work. There's a Texas Roadhouse not far away, and there's some hot springs. So that's what the wife said. She's found out for me to do, this hot springs. So I'm going to fire it on up to some hot springs and go have a look, see what that's all about. Then come back, hot tub, and then what shall we do then? I'll go for a walk up to Texas Roadhouse. Jobs are good and happy trucker. Catch you all later. Hot springs again. The wife's come up trumps again, definitely. Booked me in a hotel only 4 miles from here. Absolutely brilliant. This is what I say, guys, you've got to get out that truck. There's plenty to do and it won't cost you a lot. If you look around wherever you are and check it on the internet, it's so easy nowadays. Look at this is all free, you know, tills the time and stuff like that. Back in the hotel later. The Texas Roadhouse not too far away from us, so that'll work. Everything's good. Happy trucker, happy life. Catch you later. This is a really cool little area with lots of parks and lots of walks. The hot springs was just down yonder. I'm back now at the truck and I'm going to head back over to the hotel because I absolutely pen and ink. Seriously, that shit stinks when you've been in there. Oh my God, shorts and everything really smell. So desperate need for a shower. Grab the shower and then see what happens then. Catch you all later. Bye bye. Morning all. So I've checked out the hotel. I always stay until I'm absolutely kicked out, basically 12 o'clock, last order sort of thing. And it looks like there's a big old storm come through last night. Look at the state of it. Look at all this dust storm and shit. You can't see the mountains because that's the freeway there, but can we see them? We've got snow on the mountains. First lot of snow come down, so this is it. Winter started. Talked to Richard, he said it's snowing in Montana. I was hoping for a bit longer. Anyway, so here I am in hotel car park still, and I don't know what I'm going to do today. I've got a couple of things. There's a indoor climbing thing just over there, but the weather ain't too bad. If this weather holds out, I might head back up the mountains. I'm just checking the oil and the fluids and stuff. I'm just going to top me water up. That seems to be down a bit, but it's only a bit, and we've got some anyway. And I like to put once a month or so on a fill up, I always put some of the Lucas treatment in to keep the injectors right and stuff like that, and just basically check everything over, you know what I mean? It is good with the cab over, I mean with the bullnose rather than a cab over. You know, all the time I lived in England, I probably never ever checked it under the hood. I did in the early days, but the truck was sent in every weekend anyway to get done. When I was weekend off, because I only was Monday to Friday basically, and there was always the mechanics checking it all over, which was good at Draper's. The mechanics was next to none. It really was spot on. So there was no real need to be going under there. But Well, you don't, do you? Because you aren't going to pump that goddamn thing up and lift it over and have a look. It's just being lazy. But with doing more the distance like I do and stuff like that, it's more of a responsibility on you to check things. I have got a slight leak on this injector here, but it's been like that for God knows how long. So to be fair, I keep washing it off. It doesn't seem to get any worse. It needs to go in and get done. I'll have to get it done. It's got a 200,000 warranty on it. So after this trip, I'm going back into Freightliner, seeing if I can wang it on warranty, the injectors, see if I can get those sorted. Hopefully I will be, because it's up to what, 190 now at the moment. Always check my belts and everything like that. Like I say, put the fuel cleaner in and she's no problem. I changed the air filter last time, so I won't change that for a few times now. Just basically checking it over. It's so much easier. Like I say, with the bull now, you just flick that hood, there's your engine, have a quick look round, see what's happening or not happening, and jobs are good. So there you go, sun's out, I'm out, I'm off hiking. Catch you later. So here we are. I did set off like sort of east of the up into the mountains from the hotel to the Pintanacos or something. Something, I can't remember. Where is it? Let's have a look. Which the lovely lady on the reception told me, oh yes, this will be open, the Timpanogos caves, which I thought that'll be cool. Let's head up there and I'll do something from the caves up there and have a look and what have you. I did go past a sign back there that said nothing over 20 foot. Cause I ain't got the trailer on. Oh, that'd be alright. Well, it'd be alright. What? 20 foot. You know, we can do a bit of that. So it goes a little bit further up, and as you can see, it says scenic route, and then it said no turning round for the next 20 miles, and I'm like, okay, all right, 20 foot, and the 20 foot still playing in the back of my mind. And it did get a little bit narrower as it got a bit further up there, and then I pulled in just before the entrance to go into the national park, and apparently I was talking to somebody there, and they tell me that it's closed in the caves anyway. So I am gone up there. It's not worth it, but look at this. And the only thing is I can't find, this is meant to be a hike from here. This is designated as a parking spot for a hiking. But I'm damned if I can find anywhere in where people are going, unless it's up that little bit. But as a rule, they're pretty signposts and what have you. And I can't find anything. So it is quite pretty here though. So I'm going to go back down, I think, down the, I'm going to hang about and see if anybody comes back to these cars and ask them where the head is, if it is there. I don't want to go goat climbing and find I can't get in or some shit or what have you, but we'll stick about for a bit, have some dinner and then see what we can do. Catch you later. Just got back down from the mountain and I tell you, it is bloody freezing. I did manage to find an entrance into the hike. But it didn't take long. It was quite a hard climb to get into it. Before long, about 30 minutes in, I realised this isn't no trail. This is a bloody goat trail, which I've come and stuck on them a few times. You think it's an entrance to where people have gone in through the hedge, they've gone for a little bit and turned round, but I was persevered and carried on. Amazing views up there though, but it was getting harder and harder. And the sun's about to drop down behind the rocks here, mountain rather. So as soon as that drops down, that temperature's going to plummet really fast. It's only something like 8 now up here, so you know I had shorts on as well. So it's time to come back down again. It's better safe than sorry, without a doubt. I don't want to be stuck up there on the night, that is for sure. So, but I got some good pics and lovely things. We'll put them up on Facebook and head back down. Go grab my trailer ready for the morning. I've still got my Texas Roadhouse meal from last night, half of that, which you know saves money, does that. If I go, I don't try to go out too much, but at least I want to go out once or twice a week at least, you know, for a meal. Can't always eat in the cab. Like I say, get out that bloody truck, definitely. So if I do a Texas Roadhouse or something like that, I don't usually eat all because a lot of the portions are huge out here. So I've got it all saved up for tonight's tea, which is grand. What have we got? We've still got a big lump of the old steak, mixed veggies, all that. A few fries left, chips left. Chips. Beware. Chips. If you ask for chips in America, you will get a packet of crisps. You need French fries or JoJo's. Don't ask for chips. Don't ask me why, how it got mixed up somewhere coming across. I haven't got the foggiest, but it is. That's what it is. Tis what it is. So that's me. Catch you later. Bye-bye. Well, here I am in Nestle, Springvale. Springvale. Just south of Salt Lake City. And I just got on here. Let's have a quick look. Pole position. It's I was in at 5 o'clock this morning. My booking was for 5:30, R5. Straight on the bay, move your axles back, drop your trailer. Even though they've got a huge great clamp going on in there, you still got to drop the trailer. I've shown you a clamp before, look, big old clamp, I ain't going anywhere, but for extra security. So you definitely aren't going to be moving anywhere or running away with a half full trailer. If you're left here for hours and hours, like some places do, you aren't going to run away. You have to drop the trailer as well, which ain't a problem. I'm having problems with the night eater. Look at that. If your night eater starts doing that, I'll just show you this quick. It means it's carboned up and it's popping and farting, and you can't really air it over the reefer probably. So I need to pull the night eater, the bunk heater out. They get carbon inside of them. I've read up on it and what have you, and it doesn't seem a difficult job to do, so I'll have to do that. Anyway, so back to the thing in hand. 5 o'clock in the morning, straight on the bay, pole position, first one here, and getting loaded straight away. Win-win. I ain't even made me bed. I was expecting to jump back in here, have another half an hour in bed, but no. Excellent job. Catch you later. So here I am at the gatehouse, and as you can see, I'm a little bit over on the drive. There's my front axles. I ain't really bothered about the front axle. The drive axle is 3474. 0, that's meant to be 700 foot. So it's just short of half a ton into something over on the drive axle, which I ain't too bothered about. So my gross weight's fine, 7.8, which is pretty close, isn't it? But it's good. I'll move my tandems, my trailer axles forward 1. That'll give me 500 or so. In fact, I can move it forward 2. That'll give me a ton onto the trailer. Be more close coupled, better for high speed. So there you go, that'll work. Catch you later. Oh, well, it's just to the side of the mountains now. Just dropping down to my first scale. So the moment of truth to see if we've got the weights right. I didn't go back round when I came off the scale. I thought there's no point. It's cracky little run through his U-turn. I'm a bit heavy to be coming this way, but it's not a problem for a Freightliner. This is my usual route, which I went the other day coming back. There's 2 ways I could have left Salt Lake City. Either gone back up north, which I was south of Salt Lake City, so that would have meant running all the way through. That would have meant running all the way through Salt Lake City and all the way up again, which would have it'd have been rush hour as well, 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. It'd have cost me a lot of time, and going up through Wyoming and going across that way. But this takes me Colorado and around this way, so dropping straight down. I'm out with the traffic I was, because I was on the south side anyway. So this is a lot better. We should get a great hearty wave if it's the woman working. Let's see what we get on here. A bit wobbly on here. 100 overweight, but we're not really bothered about that bit. 39.9, spot on. I can even probably go forward a little bit more on me. I've got one notch different on the back. Yeah, I can still go one on the back forward. That'll put me right in, tucked in then. Happy days. I got full fuel tanks as well. It's always good, especially like I knew there was a weigh scale there, to when you load up, fill your tanks up before you get loaded up, your fuel tanks. That way, whatever your weight is, you aren't worried about loading all the way across on your journey then. You're not worried about how much fuel you can put in, putting half the tanks in and shit like that. I ain't messing about with that. Don't get paid any extra for carrying extra weight. You know what I mean? So, full tanks, then go and get your load on. Best way. Sit back and enjoy this.
Continue on the Energy Loop Scenic Highway.
Scenic Highway, look, hey, you get paid to drive on the Scenic Highway. There's your sun coming up there, beautiful. Can't beat driving east when the sun's coming up, said nobody. Better than pissing it down at snow. It was at -7 coming over the top, so coming over the summit. Get off the rumble strip. It's shooting season, just starting, I think. Or is it end of this month or something? Everybody will be out shooting. I wouldn't mind to go and get my first deer this year. We'll see. I know that'll upset a lot of people hunting and seeing me post a picture of me killing a deer or a stag or something like that, but at the end of the day they need culling, and it's only the same as you buying a steak from the supermarket, you know. Clean shot, boom. Fills my freezer, keeps all the family in meat for the rest of the winter and what have you. So that's the whole thing. At the price of a tab, I don't know what they, $40 or something like that. That's bright. Catch you later. I'm in the middle of the desert, as you can see, and if I keep it lit, I can hear it hissing. I'm in the middle of nowhere. She's up just above the red now on my rear tank, my trailer tank. So I'm gonna have to come up here and have a look. I thought it was the road at first making a different noise, but I know this is going to stop soon if I don't keep the revs up, and we're going to have brakes come on, alarm bells ringing, and all sorts. Yeah, it's really dropping now. Shit. You watch, I probably don't have any phone reception or anything out here. Oh man, yeah, there you go. Parking brake, air brake, loss. Bollocks. Yeah, trailer brakes are about to come on. Well, we got it down. Yeah, at first I thought it was the it could be a puncher, but the puncher, it won't be a puncher now, because that'll shut the valve off at the back, and we'll put my turn it all off at the back end. So let's get out there and find the problem. Back in a bit. So here's the score. It didn't take long to find what the problem was. There's a hole just there, just in that bad boy there. So I've tried to wrap as much as it can. If you do, but there's a hell of a lot of pressure goes on in there. Really is a hideous amount of pressure. So I'm not really holding my breath that this is gonna last out. So if you do this, really got to really get it tight in there. Like I say, there is a shit lot of pressure going through there. If it doesn't hold, I've got no phone reception. I've got no phone reception and nothing out here. Absolutely nothing. Some creepy guy came past me earlier and parked his truck over there. Seems a bit weird. Creeped out. As you can see, there's like nothing here. I know if I head back the way to Green River, that's about 40 miles. There's something there, but let's just have a look. See how we get on. Well, when I start pressing that brake, it's going to put more pressure through there. It is leaking slightly. So I'm going to hightail it up. There's 43 mile. 43 mile. Like I say, I've got no reception. No nothing out here. That's the only thing. I don't have a spare airline. You know, you can't carry every spare, can you? So I'm just going to have to hightail it to this, which I'd have preferred a garage or a Freightliner, because they would have had there's a creepy guy just pulled off now. Okay. They will have proper airlines. The truck stops, the Loves and the Pilot and all those only have these horrible bloody things. So I can't even call them. Not that I'd call out anyway. If it does start to go down, my other option is if it starts leaking. I know on like 15,000 revs, it should keep it up enough, as long as it doesn't get any worse that up. So my other option is to keep it in maybe 11th, don't put it into top gear and rev it. Not hideous, you know, as long as I'm revving it and the compressor's working faster, hopefully it should be alright. Like I say, look, I'm in the middle of a fucking desert with a whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing. She's staying up at the moment, fingers crossed, only 42 miles. Come on, we've got this.
Continue on I-70.
Yeah, she started. I'm not far coming out of Utah. I heard her leaking. I heard something change. I thought it was, like I said, I thought it was the camber of the road and everything. I could hear it going. I was watching my gauges. I thought, what the hell is that? And then saw him going down. I thought, yeah, you've got to stop. You've got to stop before that gauge gets too low. Because once that buzzer comes on, you ain't got a lot of time before them trailer brakes are going to be locking up. Then you're going to be pretty fucked. You're going to be, you know, half jutting out or something like that. So if you start airing something or seeing that gauge go down, you need to stop. You need to get stopped. That's the main thing. Anyway, she's holding up, hopefully. Come on, baby. So you can't cut that and rejoin it or anything like that, the seal thing, because there's that much pressure going on in there. Hopefully it'll get me through this day. So you can't even hitch a ride or anything like that. Nobody's going to stop. Nobody's going to stop with Corona, you know? Who's going to stop and pick me up out here? Damn sure I won't be picking anybody up at the moment. She's pretty sad, but that's the way it is. In a whole lot of nothing. Utah has got a lot of desert. Hell of a lot. There's a lot of desert through the whole of the middle, but I think Utah's got its fair odd share. Fingers crossed, she's looking good. Yep, she's holding up. So, leave that. Let's see if we can get there. Fingers crossed. Desert. I've got 3 miles. I'm just Here you go, I made it to Freightliner. I stopped at another couple of garages, but they only had the shitty plastic ones, you know, that you have in Europe, and they're really fragile, the ones we get out here, and they don't last 5 minutes. So I managed for under 10 bucks to get the housing to replace it all. I couldn't do that because it won't come off, it won't come undone, so I couldn't use that bit. So I got the housing, got the seal, and jobs are good, and just cut it straight off, apparently, which I bollocksed up at first. Make sure you get the rubber right rammed in there, otherwise rubber rammed in there you go, otherwise this little bad boy is going to pull back and it's going to not clamp it properly like I did on the first one. So hopefully second time will work, and if not, we have a third at less than $1. We've got a couple, so that's going to drop right down there. Let's have a look. See that thing? Should, in theory, push up, as long as you keep that rubber, the hose bit, pushed up, jobs are good for under 10 buckaroonies. And the tape did hold out, surprisingly. Well chuffed. I know this is only brass into brass, but I don't actually know how tight you'd go on one of these. How tight do you think? FT tight? Or just tight? Just drop the line. She's a good one. That'll do. We aren't going to go silly. Pull the line off, redo it, and out of here. Excellente, but that's the wrong fucking. Come on. That'll work for me. Happy days. And we're still just. This is just on the edge of the desert, as you can see. But managed to make it the 40 mile. Happy days. More, and I've just returned the tools that these nice guys lent me. Thank you so much. Sorry. And I bought a couple of extra ones just in case. I just want to show you the hospitality unit. It's sometimes even a pleasure to break down in Freightliner. Not that that ever happens, but well, it happens very rarely because it's a Freightliner. But as you see, like I've shown you the one back home as well in Mount Vernon. Lovely comfy seats, television, coffee on tap, the lot, everything. Shower through there, laundry, washing machine, all in all. You know, it really is, like I say, it's like home from home if you break down, so you haven't got a problem. That's it for now. Bye-bye. My goodness, guys, look at it. I don't think I've come this way before, you know. That is some mountain, is that, boys? Oops, do you think they want to be out? They weren't giving out, were they? They're giving up. No, it looked a bit like I was fucking here. Must have seen me flip-flops and socks. This is some fantastic, spectacular mountain ranges, this. That is well pretty. Airline fix, sorted, and we're rocking. What is this line doing alongside of me? They will do this in America a lot. You'll pull out to let them out, they'll keep you alongside and stick there like a cock, but just get on with it. If they want to pull in on, if they want to pull forward, just pull in behind them. You haven't lost any time, don't worry about it, just get on with it. We've got a bit of a wobbly mount today, I don't know what's going on there. There we go. I'm pretty sure I'd remember if I come across this way. Alaska. Hold on to your hats. So I lost a couple of hours messing about mending my airline, but it's not a great worry. To be fair, it's 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock now, mountain time in the middle. I've got till 1 o'clock. My delivery's at 1 o'clock on Thursday, so I'm good. I'm okay. I can get that back. The speed limit's 75 on here anyway, so I'm gonna Moscow. Holy cow, macaroni! This is some beautiful mountain ranges. See, as a rule, out of Salt Lake City, we head north and jump on the 80 and come right across the middle that way. We would have done as a rule, but I was quite a bit south of Salt Lake City, so this was the option. It was as broad as it's long, to be fair. The only thing that I would have cocked up was that, like I said before, I was going to hit all the traffic. That's why I decided this was going to be a better option. Jump straight down, out of the traffic, because like I've said before, you've got 100 miles of a shit pit going through Salt Lake City. First thing in the morning on rush hour, it's a lot of traffic. But hell, what a result! What an absolute result. Traffic will quieten right out once I get away from here. There's a few mountains this way and what have you, but it won't be a problem for a freight liner, you know. It's not as though I'm in a Peterbilt, is it? So, and where I am fully loaded, so. She'll fly over them if I stay off the rumble strip long enough. Right, why we're going this bit, I'll tell you what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about difficult, hard jobs and difficult jobs. My job career is up to now. I've only had a handful of jobs, different companies rather, and things like that. So there's not a lot, and not a lot for me to compare. But as for difficult jobs, the hardest job, I wouldn't say worst. I've never really had any bad jobs at all that I'd say were difficult. Not in driving, that was for sure. Well, not in any of my working career. But as in, I started on caravans with longbones, and that was tedious as shit, because that would take you forever to get anywhere because the headwind did a little 4-cylinder Fiat. But going on for difficult job, I think the worst one I've had and the hardest I've had to work was when I was living in Spain in my heyday, when I was young and dumb and full of cum. It was a lot of time was spent in the truckers' discos. This person's going to turn off, aren't they? in Trucker's Discourse. So that was basically my own fault. You'd waste too much time, you'd waste a day, you'd go on the screaming, and then you'd have to chase like mad, chasing the white lines more in one way than in other ways, in both ways basically, to catch up on what you fucked up. So you were always like, oh shit, I've got to get to my delivery, having to run Ben, not because you were pushed by the company, because you were basically pushed by your own stupidity of partying too hard. I was just easily led and a glutton for punishment. As soon as them signs lit up on a night, them club signs, oh, party time. Terrible place. Terrible place. So that was the
Continue on I-70.
hardest. This out here, I do drive hard when I'm on the flowers and things like that. Going long distance isn't difficult at all. You know, it's pretty easy. I do 11-hour days, 10-hour days driving, what have you, and stuff like that. But fatigue doesn't seem a great thing. Well, not when you've got mountain views like this and what have you. It's just absolutely amazing, isn't it? And I've probably only had to do a couple of night shifts in coming up to 3 years of being here now. So that ain't a thing. I don't like driving nights. I don't do nights. I drive during the day. I'm not nocturnal. I sleep on a night. So that's the part of that, which I've always managed, even if I've done a late load or something like that. I don't mind driving to 1 o'clock in the morning, but I don't want to do sleep all day and drive all night, if you know what I mean. That's a big no-no in my book. It's not normal. Anyway, so yeah, so this sometimes when I'm doing the flowers, it is pretty hard, but it's rewarding. The money's good, so you know that's what you do. You take the rough with the smooth, don't you? As in working in England, wow, now that was the easiest job ever. Driving for Bill Draper, delivering timber. Now that was a gusty job, guys. Seriously. That's pretty, isn't it? Check that out. Them rivers are going to be cold. It's a pretty thing. Oops. Yeah, Drapers, that was the one of the gustiest jobs I've had, I think. And the money was pretty good, you know. It wasn't a problem at all. The money I thought was good for what we did. It was I was getting in 65 hours Monday to Friday. I was dragging the hours out. Everybody knows they drag the hours out and stuff like that. But that's the way it works. You weren't actually driving 65 hours. I've said this before. I'm probably doing about 40, 45, if that. But getting paid for 65. Plus time and a half after 40 hours, you know. It's a win-win, isn't it, really? Man, this is summer. This is right up there on the top of my list. Tunnel. We don't get many tunnels in America. Seem to just knock them down the mountains. This looks as though it's all the way up to Denver going to be rocky. I'm looking at the GPS now. Like I say, this is the first time I've done this. Definitely won't be the last if I can get a load of coming through here again. But there'll be some good hiking to be done here. It's a little gem, innit? way over there. Kentucky. We don't do a lot to Kentucky. I've only been down it on the way down from Chicago loading for Florida or something like that. Maybe having a bit of fried chicken. There are other brands. I keep wanting to stop the video, but this is just, I want to share this with you guys. Traffic jams aren't something I relish. Out here, when I worked in the UK, it was like happy days, stuck in a traffic jam. I'll go junction back and rejoin it. Only joking, Billy. But out here, I was paid by the hour in England, so it didn't really matter. But out here, I'm paid by the mile. But sometimes, just sometimes, when you're stuck in a traffic jam, I don't really give a flying. Look at that. Seriously, Colorado, I'm just getting blown away by this place. It is absolutely amazing. This is one traffic jam I don't mind loitering about in. Shit, mate, that is seriously, guys, that is breathtaking. I just hope the camera picks how good it is. It's stunning. The actual awe of it, the size, the fucking it's nearly getting close to matching Zion. One of my favourites. To drive through here. Just as annoying as sat on the M25, isn't it, in the traffic? This, you know, it's just, it isn't really on. I really hope the camera's picking all the beauty of this up. It's really somehow. Like I said before to you guys who come on holiday, forget the east side. Fucking forget it. Fly into the west and the middle. Stuff that New York and shit over there. Oh man, you can Delaware, New Jersey, all that shit. Nope. I don't care if I never went back there ever again in my life. Give me the mountains any day. Well, we're rocking now and it's dinner time. Time for a wee bit of dinner. I've only got 5 hours driving because I lost a bit of time mending the airline, but I've only got 369 miles to do, to be fair. So I'll get another couple of hundred kicked out and probably call it a day. Let's have a look at this here rest area. Oh no, we won't have a look at the rest area, you meanies. Bastards. The wife's been looking at booking us on the train, doing the passenger train that goes across from Washington, Seattle, over to Chicago. Been looking at doing that. That might be fun. Flaggers are on about 35 bucks an hour. 35 bucks an hour for standing with a sign. I'm in the wrong job. Pay attention, girlie. They're always having a little wave, and that is so polite. I love it. Absolutely love it. A little smile, wave. None of you grumpy going on. I think the weather does have a lot to play in it, though, to be fair. if the weather was different, maybe she wouldn't be so gritty, eh? That was a nice little rest area that I was deprived of and robbed. I don't know what this gets like in winter, this here pass. Pretty flat up to now. I haven't been really much hills, and I haven't seen. I know you got a carry chains through it, but I haven't seen anywhere saying chainer barrier and shit like that for a while. So it's staying on the flat. I can't see it being that bad, because you wouldn't want to slide off the edge though, would you? Look, you're going to be right into that drink there. This is going to be a part 1, part 2 and part 3 by the time we finish videoing all this. Said this on numerous occasions at different parts of America, but do you think you'd ever get bored of driving through this and like think, oh god, I don't want to go through that fucking mountain pass again? I don't think so. Tunnel at the top, and it says 44 mile of downhill. This is seriously one of the longest tracks I've ever been down in all of driving over Italy, Spain, Alps, Pyrenees, all of them. It's definitely the longest wherever I've been, even as far as Kazakhstan and what have you. I've never driven down anything that goes on and on and goes down and down and down. This would have been a worry back in the day with the without the electric brakes, without the Intada. That probably would have caught a hell of a lot of people out, I'll bet. And probably still does. You know, you've got to treat it with the respect. You don't want to be battering down here, but like I said, nowadays, obviously with the exhaust brake, I'm fully loading it, it's holding it here at 49 mile an hour. I've braked a few bits coming halfway down. I don't know this mountain, I've never been down it before, so you know, I have braked a few times, but I tend to watch trucks coming up the other way. If a truck's coming up the other way and you can see he's got a flatbed and he's loading and he's flying up on a little bit, because there is up and down bits, you know, maybe you can let it go there a bit and let it have its legs basically, rather than braking and stuff like that, because you know you've got a bit of a it isn't going to be that sharp because he's coming up it the other way, and you can figure it out from the way other drivers are driving and stuff like that. But there again, then you've got an old world truck or a new driver, and he might be in crawler coming out the hill, or a really old truck without an Intada or something like that. So you know, just use your common. Better be too slow than sorry. As I've said before, I got caught out down Summer Sierra and I had my brakes smoking like mad. I had them really smoking, and that pedal was rock hard. There was nothing on the pedal. It was solid. I was absolutely panicking. It's one of the most frightening experiences ever, to be putting your foot hard on that brake and nothing is happening. The engine's screaming like a bastard and you're just keeping going. Luckily I got to pull out past the race course and it levels out a bit there, and managed to slow it up and get it into the garage. At the bottom, I was lucky. A lot of other people haven't been that lucky, you know. That's pretty, isn't it? That's a nice little rest area. Wow. Snowy up on the top and cold. Ski resorts, Villa or somewhere it's called. Looks very alpine. There's night's coming to an end now. I'm not far off. Where is it? What's it called? Let's have a look. I'm not far off. Denver. So I think when I get past Denver, it actually flattens out there, and I'm out of it, and I'm back into desert, flat desert again. And get the lead down, get it moving. It has been slow going, but what a beauty! Colorado, bloody hell, that's a big ridge. Colorado, amazing, man, absolutely. That west side, those mountain passes. It was just mountain passes after mountain passes. It's been amazing. Really has been lovely. Would I come this way again? Definitely not in winter. Definitely, I don't think this would be a good idea in winter, being heavy. I had plenty of time on this trip, but if I was more in the middle and reloading out of Salt Lake City, actually in the middle, not to the south, I would probably go with the traffic and fight with the traffic and go back up to the 80 and come over Wyoming and stuff like that. I'd say that I don't know how bad this gets in winter, but I can imagine it's really bad because they're very high up at the passes, and they stay up high for quite a while. You know, it doesn't just go up and over the top. It's you're up there and running along up there for quite a bit. So I think that could get a little naughty up there. 44 miler downhill now. There's a great big ridge in the road as well, which is brilliant. go before we lose the light. Here we are. I'm in Kentucky. You can just come over the state line. This is city. I haven't got a clue. City. Something city. As you just come over the state line. No doubt it'll be written there now. Steph will have done it. Thank you, wife. Very good. And following not towards Nashville, but this way. Can't believe it's 27 degrees. I've 3 days ago coming out of Utah it was -7 and now it's at 27. Hot. I'm sorry the windscreen's
Be in
absolutely...
either of the two right lanes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about the windscreen's extremely dirty. We've been hammered down. Managed to get about 730 in yesterday, so really had a good day, you know. But once you get halfway across and you get into the away from all those mountains, away from the Rockies, it's just foot down and go.
Continue on I-64.
Very good. There's nothing to see, nothing to do. Just get through that big old Badlands and what have you, and make money. That's all there is. I think there's a peage something. Toll road on here. I don't know if that was a bit I went through. Oh man. It's awkward at the moment. We don't have a tag on the truck, so if we don't, which way am I going? Not this way, by the looks of it. Wrong way. Sorry, coming over. Thank you. I think. Sort of awkward, I was a bit zoomed out. I'm meant to be on the 64. Anybody see what number I'm on? I think I'm on the wrong one. No, we're good. Happy day. Oh, wrong one. There we go. There we go. God, I love GPSs. They are amazing things. Imagine holding a great big map up now with it all over the chute. Yay, no, gone are them days. Not like holding a map up, a big double-sided map, or one of them paper ones, holding it up as you're trying to drive down here. Like the good old days, eh? Bollocks to the good old days. GPS, telling me where to go, doing it as it is. Excellent job. That's what it's all about. Gives me a chance to look about and enjoy the scenery and shit. Anyway, so, yeah, managed to get 730 in yesterday. So I had a good crack. Like I say, you get through the Badlands and it is just flat out through there. 75 mph speed limit. Happy days. Nothing about. Weather was good. Did get a bit windy this morning. Picked up quite a bit of wind. Not myself, but outside. The fuel is still, it's gone up to 6.5 over the last 5,000 miles. I've just clocked 5,000 miles this month. I always reset my trip score, my trip card at the beginning of every month, because I like to, as I said before, get 10,000 miles in a month. Once I've got 10,000 miles in, I know I'm happy and I'm making a living, good living at that, so I'm alright, you know. So we're on store at the moment. We're doing alright. It was a bit put back because of the 2 days I had. 2 days sat in Salt Lake City rather than be moving, but I'm going to make it up on the way back. Happy days. I was starting to panic because I'm unloading this afternoon, which is half a day early. I rang Nestle up, who we're doing the work for, and I said, any chance of unloading? It's 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, my delivery. Any chance of unloading? I can be there tomorrow afternoon. They said, yeah, not a worry. Bring it on in. It's our product, our stuff, so we'll do it. It's a great job, you know. Tip. So then I start panicking because I haven't got my next load. I'm down to 43 hours. I'm only 100 mile away now, so I'm down to 43 hours on my e-log, on my taco, yeah? Left. So that would give me just enough time, without any hold-up, to get back to Seattle without having to recap. So the majority of our loads are straight back to Seattle, or west side or something like that. So I knew it wouldn't be Florida. Florida because we don't load out of Florida until Wednesday, Thursday. It is now, what day is it? Wednesday now. So that would have put me down into Florida on Friday, sat there for too long. So that ain't going to happen. So I knew that one was going to happen. But he still hasn't sent me it, has he? I told them yesterday, I told them in the office that I'll probably get unloaded today, I will get unloaded, blah, blah, blah. So I'm flapping, sending the boss the boss a message saying, what's happening, where's my reload, have we got anything? All I get the message back was, what was it? What did he say? I forget what he said now. Review, that was it. Review, what's that mean? Take another 34, I'm thinking. I'm like, what the f-? I can't afford to be sat here for another day and a half waiting for my next load home, you know what I mean? It's like 4 days out for a 5,000 mile trip. That doesn't work. I can't afford that. And he's so I'm ready on the defence. Message back. What are you doing? What's that mean? What's recap mean? What's that? What's all that about? I want me to do another 34? No, laugh out loud. I've got you loading straight out the same place to California. Happy days. So I'm tipping and loading. This traffic. It isn't all flying through the desert, as you can see. I'm tipping and loading in Nestle, the same place. Tipping today, loading at 7 AM in the morning. Absolutely brilliant. Well chuffed with that. But it's the east side of LA it's going, which is ideal to me. That's 2,000 to 300 miles, something like that. That doesn't unload until Monday 5 o'clock. So happy days, plenty of time to get over there. I will get over there Sunday. I'll try and do it in 4 days. Which is absolutely, I'm pretty thrilled with this trip. I can either drop down and stay up and come back this same way I've just come across, through Colorado and over the Rockies again and up there, but it's going to be fully loaded, and I can drop down into Vegas if I go that way. But I'm in two minds, Vegas, or I can go right the way through New Mexico, Albuquerque, into Arizona, straight across Death Valley, and into the east side of LA that way. Which, that's the way I'm going to go. That's the flat way, that's the best way, really. You know, it would be nice. I've done those mountains in Colorado now. I've done them, I've seen them, I've ticked that one, so I don't have to do it again. Going this way, the wife tells me, going New Mexico and Arizona and that way, my wife tells me that there's a big old oil in the ground to see. That translated into English is a hole in the ground. It's a big old meteor that I've tried to get to before and missed due to the fact that my fridge packed up last time, so I never made it. This time, no fridge problem, hopefully, or anything, so I'll be able to get there. It's this huge great crater that's out in the desert there. There's a place where I can leave the trailer just before. I've spoke to them before, and they were going to let me leave my trailer before I had the problems before and couldn't go. So I'm going to hightail it over there and hang out there and go have a look at that. Something new to see. That won't be for a few days though, until I get over there. It's a good old ways across, and then probably spend some time in Death Valley, which would be nice. Like I say, you see, going through the middle, once you get into New Mexico and that, the speed limits there are like up to 75 as well, so 700 days are pretty achievable across there and flat, which you don't need to be hanging about through there and stuff. It's all right. Like I said, going back to the fuel state, it's up to 6.5. It had dropped to 5.4 the other day coming back out from home from Texas. It was a hell of a headwind as I come through the what is it? I come down through, where was it? Back onto the 40, coming back through New Mexico. I hit quite a strong headwind, and it really put the fuel right down. Did that? It really did. It makes a lot of difference. back up at 6.5, so you know that's an average over 5,000 miles. My overall average over the last 190,000 is still 7. Pretty good, isn't it? To say we do kick it.